Take a look at these two cards. Same layout, same dies, but totally different results. Today, I'm going to show you how to take one simple card like this and turn it into something that really stands out. Hi, I'm Karen Trelfa. Welcome to Stampers Club. And I love showing you how to take one idea and turn it into something even better without starting over. This is our starting point. Clean, simple, really pretty. And honestly, this is a great card just as it is. Flat background, minimal layers, and nothing complicated. But if you want to take it up a step further, this is where we're going. Let me show you. So I'm starting out with some peach pie cardstock it's a half a sheet, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then we're going to bring in some layers here. So we're going to have some designer series paper. Put on some Timid Tiger cardstock. I don't have a very large background here. I wanted to keep it pretty tight. And we're going to add that to the card base. Really simple here. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in some basic white that I've embossed. Look at that lovely embossing. And we're going to add that to some Timid Tiger cardstock also. And then we're going to layer that onto our card base. I'm going to go ahead and add some extra dimensionals to this because I want this to truly be a super wow card. So we're going to add a couple of dimensionals here. Get that pulled off of there. Gotta love these things, right? All right. So we're going to pop that up onto the card base right in the center. I mean, look how lovely this is already coming together. A little bit of texture in the background, a little more texture in the foreground. And then I'm going to be using some of the dies from the Scenic Scenes or Springtime Scenes die set. Let me show you what we're going to be putting on. I've already cut this out of some two-tone Old Olive cardstock. This is the light side. We're going to just pop that up onto, green glue definitely works the best for this because you can get a nice thin layer on here. Maybe. Yeah, absolutely. There we go. You don't need a little bit of glue goes a long way, right? Okay, so we're just going to add this to the card base. Right there in the middle. Okay. Then I'm going to get some cardstock here that we're going to stamp on and then die cut out, get that stuck down a little bit better. Okay. So I'm going to use one of the stamps from the same bundle, Springtime Scenes. I'm going to grab this leaf right here. Some Memento Black. Get our leaf stamped down there. Okay, put that away. And I'm going to pull in some blends. So I'm going to use some Mossy Meadow blends here. And I'm going to color my leaf here. I'm going to switch it around this direction. And I'm just going to follow some of these lines that are already here. And we're going to just get some dark added. Doesn't have to be perfect. Coloring can be fun, right? And I'm just going to kind of go over on this side too. Whoops, got to get it over there. And then I'm going to come in with my blends, my light blends, and we're going to color this whole leaf in. And we're going to, if I use circular motions, you'll blend that dark into the light. You just want to make sure that you get rid of the line, like the harsh line. And it doesn't take much. You can go back and forth. You can do circular motions. Either way works out just fine. You just want to get that blended in together, hence the name blends, right? And get that going here. And then I'm going to take a color lifter and I'm going to lighten some of these areas here so that it ends up a little bit more detailed. Get some more over here. Trying to get this to be not too long on camera here for you. All right, and then I'm going to just pull in some of the color lifter, and I just want to randomly touch some of the darker areas, and you'll see that it starts to lighten in some areas. So see how it kind of lightens in some areas? So let me get that die cut. And we have this beautiful leaf here with some highlighted areas. The color lifter is great for that. All right, so this I'm going to put on a dimensional, because again, this needs to be a wow card. Actually, let me put it on 2-dimensional so that it stays on there correctly. And we're gonna pop it out. Oh, let's go right about here. That looks good. Then I've taken some more die cut pieces. This is also out of the two-tone olive. This is the light side and this is the dark side. Let me get my green glue again. Who's team glue here or team green here? Everybody has their favorite glue. I like this glue because I can do some fine detail stuff with it, but I also do like the snail too. That's always nice. All right, so let's put this, I'm going to layer this over the top, and you'll see that it has a light and a dark tone to it. So we have some light and dark, right? You get some glue added to the back of that. It doesn't have to line up exactly. It's great the way it works out. All right, and I'm going to pop that up onto the leaf here. Do a little offset there. And I'm going to grab some more die cut pieces. Whoops, this is one of the flowers in Timid Tiger. These are some of the smaller flowers in Petal Pink. And then the little flower center in Pecan Pie. And I'm going to use some small dimensionals here. I'm going to get that one in the center there. And pop up my, let's see, I want to put it in. Well, that looks good there. Okay. And I'm going to bend my petal leaves up here. You could use a bone folder to do this, or you can just kind of pinch them over. Works just fine with the ends of your finger. And then I want to put this one on a dimensional. Okay, right there. We're going to pop that down. Oh, let's see, right about there. That looks good. Then I'm going to put these on, I only need 2 of them right now. I'm going to put these on smaller dimensionals, the minis. So we got one there, one there. I'll come back on that third one in a moment. It's okay that we're going to see this because I'm going to cover that up anyway. So I want to put this one on the petal down here. And this one underneath the petal there. So you get just some little peek outs there. Okay. Then I'm going to grab, I've already die cut this little label that comes in those dies also. Super sweet there. Grab my black ink again. And do the greeting, sweet springtime. I cannot wait for spring. I'm so tired of the cold winter. Even in Florida, it's been pretty chilly here. I'm going to put this on a couple of dimensionals. 2's good. It works. Pop that right there a little bit offset into that little circle that was created. Get another one of these little baby dimensionals onto that third flower. I like to work in odd numbers. Things seem to layer and balance a little bit more when you do that. So instead of, I would have done 1 or 3 of those pink flowers just to give it a little bit more balance. To me, that's very important in card making, that you have a nice balanced look to it. Then I'm going to bring in some of the pearlized faceted dots. And I'm going to use the darker of the shades here on these flowers. And I'm going to put the flower centers on there. That covers up that little bit of dimensional that you see through that little hole. Oh, I got that stuck. Come on. I stuck it to the wrong pedal. All right, and then one on this one gives it a little bit more bling, gives it a nice finished bling, but look at the difference here, okay? So my simple card had just a little bit of scoring to raise the background, super flat. I didn't do any dimensionals except for on this one little flower and this little flower. Same exact focal point layout, but then to step it up, we've added some designer series paper, an extra matted layer, some more matted layer with some embossed white background. So we're keeping that white background, but we've embossed it and given it some texture. Added a few more dimensionals to bring things a little bit more to life. And you certainly end up with a great wow card here. Okay. I would like to give you guys a little bit of a same layout, same dies, but look at this difference. I mean, can you tell? This is one quick and simple, and this one has a lot more impact. Tell me in the comments, are you more of a simple card maker, or do you like adding the extra details? Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, and you have a stamp happy day. Bye.